It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They defer the ball to start the drive. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Open man is tipped in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball there a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down, and this will be a big drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Bengals sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club. It's more than capable to turn things around. I expect them to finish really well.
And that will open up for Brown as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these are bare bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yardage you're looking for. Right? Let's go and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 more yards each time. That's what you're looking for, setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 4 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to handle him with chase. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 13 gets him on the doorstep. First and goal.
Gun.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
12.
Here's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back around the 18-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
11 empty. 11. Hey, can.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the left side, he gets this complete to Tinsley. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A big gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
11 empty. Hey. 11 empty. 11.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Burrow with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Thing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
Now we're on. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Pat Fryer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now again, right side. Singleton. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. To throw now, here's Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put it over the playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? What's that? What are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that real extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A gain of 22.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to count the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for the 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
And he'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, Singleton to about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave him no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Love now. That one taken in by Neighbors. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
That's another Steelers.
Let's go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Singleton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, after last week, he was over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, they still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here, and it puts it in the end zone.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Ready. Black, 95.
And he'll keep leading on the running game back to the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good one, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do it on the fly, don't you? The game's being played. Figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Last standing that time from Keanu Benton. Got in there and hit him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end and went around all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here we go. 12. 11, Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. That will dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way into the lead. The Bengals on a roll now. It's another 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Brown is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown.
Who got it?
2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Okay, so it's that. That's crazy. All righty.
McPherson now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to keep this one away.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop them behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Love from the gun. That's completion tight in front of you. The gain of 8 there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not comment about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing. Love. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a play that will never be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well. Think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 37. 3rd and 2. Play action this time with Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Malik Neighbors, 30 yards. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partners are forward defensive back. Watching what's happening right now. Let's give credit where it's due because they did an excellent job on the ball from the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they didn't make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here we go. Right in.
Burrow will throw.
Oh, what are you doing?
This is running back Pirro. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're secure on the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because the defenders are trying to box you through. He does a nice job there protecting the back and picking up the first down.
Just a yard of a pickup there. there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ready now on 2nd and 9.
11. Here we go. Right, 80.
Now it's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Right, 80. 11 empty.
Back to throw here. Oh, this will be incomplete. And Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on a punt for the Bengals. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. First down kicked his covers there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about the rules in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a big 6 from Bengals TV. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to make something of your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
McPherson with the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need to move now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Love looking to throw it. And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job of bodying him late defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's Love.
Hey, yo.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go. Ready? Raise up. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Now they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Chris Boswell will kick off for Pittsburgh.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
On fire. Ready? Gun. Gun. 180. Gun.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Burrow setting up to throw. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
12.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe for the run. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, they get off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job and excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. From left side, caught by the tight end Fire. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Ready. Black 40.
Final play of the half. Love. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, that is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change all that. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to worry about anything different. Let's just go out and play our best football and win for us.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Here we go. Set. 50. Green. Cut.
Play fake. Here's Love. A short little fire. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a roll-out 1-1 quarterback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Let's go now. Yellow. 22.
They'll try to left side. Singleton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 65 yards rushing for now as his fine rookie season continues. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it over their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to about 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Gun. 180. 180.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. A good space stop right there as he takes his start inside the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
An inside give to Brown. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry while getting that big tackle through the wall. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had his eyes on that one being bigger.
On one right from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He will find his man Chase complete. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll get this up the middle of the ground. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was free to order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here, nigga.
And it's picked up by the
Pussy.
Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys
You're
will
gonna
get
have
the
a fucking
football
field.
back. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the hole and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, you dropped that. Come on, Pitt. Stop it.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not big Pitt is dropping that. Stop it.
Another zone
Okay.
defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Love.
Go back to it.
Able to find the open man. That's
Let's stop
complete.
playing.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone good scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
Ready. 32. Yellow. Set.
On play action, Love to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now Love.
Go long.
He was hoping, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not as his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down.
Yellow, 43. Ready?
They'll look to throw. He's got his tackle. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on fourth. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. He'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Love now. Now a run here off the arc. He'll keep it. Touchdown! A great effort there. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point good from Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell down to kick it away after the touchdown. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And Charles, they were in the red zone, so it's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing was the way I calculated, because not only did they get the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try to get some of those points back.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Now again, left side, Brown with it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 29-yard line.
Go. Stop. 20. Place up. Stop.
Oh, designed run for the rollout. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Anytime the offense shows what they call shot play or jump play, where they're trying to get a big yardage, sometimes they do what is called garbage plays, and you hold them to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Can.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Running left, it's Warren. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Down near the 20-yard line. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. Leading the fourth quarter, this is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you got to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be here. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Off the play fake, Love. On the RPO, will keep it himself. That's complete to his tight end for you. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. And 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Black 40.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Malik Neighbors with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point out by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Looks now to return it. And nice kickoff. That's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got now. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And that will bring bring up second down.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go. 11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. Open fields tipped him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So signs of life, and now it's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking deep here from Chase. That is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go.
This is Brown going up the middle. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. 143 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodon jabs and guys. Keep pounding them.
And they're sitting back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing moving downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack for moving through the ball. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love, they go play action now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Yellow, go. 32, yellow. Smash, red. White.
To throw now, here's Love. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Malik Neighbors, 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are looking to rise to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This should be their third straight defeat. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Here we go. 11. Hey, can. 11.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 needed downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. The clock management 101.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Snap. 45. White. Ready.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive every down all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage up 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly. They show up, and they show out.
So for Pittsburgh, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they've got a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati,